So let's get into it. You've told this story. Well, you told us this story off the air, which was great. The way that you were hired, you were at Appalachian State, and then you get Zach Arnett hires you as his first offensive coordinator. You fly in, and it was like baptism by fire, Mississippi style, as far as the road trip you took. Tell our listeners, who picked you up, where you went, just all in like the first 24 hours of getting hired as the offensive coordinator at Mississippi State, Kevin.
Yeah, man, it was a wild turnaround, a wild day. Let me say that. Early in the morning, I was in a staff meeting at Appalachian State, full App State gear. We were talking a little wide zone and getting everything organized. Coach Arnett called during that meeting, and I stepped out to take the call, and he offered me the job and said, I need you on an airplane in 2 hours. And I said, well, Coach, I'm 2 hours from the airport. And he said, all right, I'll see you at 1. I called my wife, or I stepped out and I told my boss there, Sean Clark, that I was, going to accept the Mississippi State OC job. And I told my staff, I called my wife and I said, hey, throw stuff in a bag. We got to go now to the airport. And so from Boone, North Carolina to the Charlotte airport is about 2 hours, and you got to come down that mountain. And so I sprinted as fast as I could to the airport, full App State gear, ran to my gate. I made it with 4 minutes boarding. Got on the airplane and flew over to Jackson from Charlotte, and still full App State gear. Got to the airport, changed, put me a coat and a dress shirt on, and then Will Rogers' father picked me up, and had a great visit with him in the car. Got to spend a little bit of time, and then he brought me basically to Coach Arnett and Coach Peterson, who were on the road and going to some events for the night.
Right.
So I land, obviously do that and then meet them and go straight to Indianola. Was my first trip here in Mississippi. Met a bunch of great people in Indianola, and then wrapped up at about 10 o'clock at night. And then we drove, I can't even tell you, Bo, where we drove to, but it was another hour or two north to go see Will Rogers at a duck camp. And, really was important that we, got to see Will Rogers immediately and really start building a relationship from the moment that I touched down in the state. And, it was a whirlwind. I can tell you that. Early in the morning, I was coaching for one team and getting everything organized there. And then a few hours later, I was sitting in Will Rogers duck camp talking about the offense. So.
Okay, Kevin Barbay, offensive coordinator for Zach Arnett, Mississippi State. He joins us on the Farm Bureau Insurance guest line. This interview is brought to you by Bulldog Burger in Ridgeland. All right, Coach, Wyatt Rogers has been a coach for 30 years, and you've been a coach for a long time. So was it, did y'all hit it off right out of the gate when he picked you up to take you up to the Delta, or was there like an awkward period?
No, we did. We hit it off, and I think it's, coaches are always easy to talk to one another. But, most importantly, it was more about not necessarily talking to me coach to coach as, a father wanting to see, who was going to be leading his son, and I felt like we hit it off, and he's a great guy, had a great visit, man. Very knowledgeable, he's a great football coach and got some good ideas. And, and really, to be honest with you, I like picking everybody's brains, and I learned a little bit from Wyatt Rogers on the drive, and I do that with everybody. But, most importantly, it was, just getting to see, who's going to be, involved in Will's life and who's going to be, pushing him and doing those things. And I think that's important. I'm a relationship driven guy. And I think, the most important thing affecting guys' lives is building relationships with them and that level of trust and knowing that you're investing in their lives for all the right reasons.
Kevin Barbay on the Out of Bounds Show.
Don't miss one moment of the Out of Bounds Show with Bo Bounds. Weekdays, 7 a.m. till 10 a.m. on ESPN 105.9. The Zone.